Thank you, Josh. Thank you to all of you for being here. I also wanted to lay out some of my motivations for wanting to be involved with this initiative. And for me, a lot of it goes back to economic development and having a competitive and qualified workforce, which I believe is critical for economic development in our state. Increasingly, the jobs of today and the jobs of tomorrow are going to require a higher level of knowledge and a higher set of skills than the jobs in the past had. Along those lines, obtaining some sort of higher education is going to play a critical role in that process. And Ohio has a number of outstanding public colleges and universities, as well as private colleges and universities. The problem that we're having is that Ohio is lagging the rest of the nation in the number of graduates that it has within its state. The national average in terms of populace for the population holding a bachelor's degree is approximately 27%. In Ohio, the average is approximately 23%. In my district, Richland County, the average is less than half the national average at a little bit less than 13%. To equal the national average, the state of Ohio would need an additional 271,000 people having a bachelor's degree. There's obviously a lot of work that we need to do in this area. Part of the problem exists with enticing, encouraging more people to pursue a higher education. However, another large part of the problem is keeping the graduates that we produce from our universities here in the state of Ohio. Between 1995 and 2000, over 10,000 more baccalaureate graduates left the state of Ohio than remained here in the state. And when you look at some of the critical fields that are going to be producing the jobs in the future, your science, technology, engineering, and math fields, those graduates from Ohio's colleges and universities after 1 year, less than half stayed in the state of Ohio. And if you look at the statistics after 5 years, approximately a third of those graduates stayed here in the state of Ohio. I think it's obvious that Ohio is losing some of its best and brightest to other states. What we need to do is we need to establish certain policies from the state of Ohio to encourage more of our people to stay here in the state. So what Josh and I are proposing is an initiative to make Ohio more competitive in retaining Ohio college graduates and attracting college graduates from other states. As Representative Mandel described, this is a non-refundable tax credit that will apply to people for completion of 2-year degrees, 4-year degrees, or whatever the situation might be. And from a personal perspective, I have a very similar personal story to Josh. I was born and raised here in the state of Ohio. I left the state to go to college at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. And then after I graduated, I was faced with a choice of what I wanted to do next. I decided to come back to Ohio. This is where my family was. This is where I wanted to live. This is where I wanted to work. This is where I eventually wanted to raise a family. One of the things I noticed when I returned back to Mansfield, Ohio, was that a number of my classmates, a number of my close friends were not in the area. If I was lucky, they had gone to Cleveland or Columbus or Cincinnati. However, in many cases, they had left the state entirely. I ran for office to try to help correct this problem, and I'm proud to be working with Representative Mandel to be introducing this initiative to try to